Hi guys. If you're wondering why it is so dark, it's because the power is out, but it's also kind of bright because we have a lamp. Yes, and the light bulb works. It doesn't have to be plugged in to work. I don't even know how it works. Oh, it's in the table. I think that's how it came. It came in the table.
Hi,
We're filming 2 videos. One video is coming. Wait. Hello. Okay, stop it. We have to go away. We have to run from the other YouTuber. You guys can't see me. I'm sideways. Oh, run from the competing. If I can even get up here. I had to run from the competing YouTuber. Don't you dare. No, Mason, don't. Oh, no.
What's Mason trying to do?
Do that. That's what he's.
Are you trying to be Ella?
Yes.
We're using DirecTV, step 1 of 2 checking.
Hey.
So, I'm bored. I just realized I have a stack of books. I'm tired. Whew. Okay. Careful. Berenstain Bears go out for the team. Let's rate it. Why not?
God, I'm so very tired.
I'm not tired at all. Brother and sister bear who lived with their mama and papa in a big tree house down a sunny dirt road deep in bear country enjoyed the changing seasons and the sports that went with them. Football and soccer in fall, basketball and ice hockey in winter, and their favorite baseball in the spring. As soon as brother and sister felt the first warmth of spring sun, they got out their trusty ball, bat, and gloves and began limbering for the season. They played pitch and catch and practiced batting. Why, they even studied on the rules of the game. Pretty soon, some of the friends came to join in their baseball fun. Yeah, buddy. After a while, brother looked around and said, "Hey, I think we have enough for a game. Let's go over to Farmer Ben's back meadow and choose up sides." Farmer Ben was a good neighbor. He had been allowing cubs to play baseball in his meadow for years. What?
Want me to read it?
Of course, the grassy meadow wasn't a real baseball field, so there were a few problems and some special ground rules. There were no foul lines, just base paths worn by year after year of cubs running the base. So there were a lot of arguments about foul balls. There was a rule against sliding into second base. Because second base was a rock, and any ball that hit into the duck pond in left field was a ground rule double and an automatic timeout while they finished it out. But arguments, rocks, and duck ponds didn't worry brother and sister and their friends. They chose up sides and started a game. Sister had done some growing since last season, and when she went to bat, she whacked her very first ground rule double. All the cubs and even the ducks were surprised. And her knowledge of the rules came in handy when Cousin Freddie forgot to touch second base on his way to third. She called for the ball, tagged second, and declared him out. He made a big fuss, but she pointed out that those were the rules. "Isn't that right?" she asked Farmer Ben, who was watching from the side lane. "Right as rain," said Farmer Ben. The game moved right along until brother hit a ball all the way into the next field, and Farmer Ben's goat got it. "Back so soon?" asked Papa, looking up from his paper as brother and sister troops back home. "Yep," said sister, holding up the ball. "Game called off on account of Farmer Ben's goat shooting the cover of the ball."
Oh, God.
But Papa was pretty impressed when he heard that brothers hit and sister's ground rule double. "Seems to me," said Papa, "that you cubs might want to think about playing some real baseball on a real baseball field. It seems right here on the paper that the Bear Country Cub League is going to be holding tryouts pretty soon. You might want to sign up. Now hold on, interrupted Mama. That's a high-powered league over there, and those tryouts involve quite a lot of pressure. Pressure? Asked Sister. What do you mean? You'll be competing against lots of other Cubs, and not everybody is going to make the team. So Mama, said Mama. But you both play pretty well, she added, so it's up to you. Won't hurt to drive over and have a look, said Papa. Wow, said Brother when he saw the Cub League field. It was a real field with fences and foul lines and real bases and grandstands and everything. And the teams were in uniform. Brother and Sister signed up right then and there. They got ready for tryouts by practicing. They practiced field and hitting. Mama showed them how to choke up on the bat against fast pitching. They even practiced bunting and base running. But as tryout day drew near, they began to get a little nervous. Sorry if it's hard to hear me. My cousin and my brother are starting to go crazy. I need entertainment, so I'm reading. Try to calm down, said Mama. It's only a game. Besides, the worst that could happen is that you won't make the team. You can always try it again next year. No, that's not the worst thing that can happen, said Brother a little gloomy. The worst thing that can happen is if Sis makes the team and I don't. I consider that a sexist remark, snapped Sister angrily. Well, not completely, said Mama. After all, Brother is older than you, and he's very proud of your baseball ability. I see what you mean about pressure, said Sister. Finally, the day of the tryouts came. There were Cubs all over the field, and league officials with clipboards and sunglasses, so you couldn't see what they were thinking. Each Cub had a number, and the officials moved around the field, watching the Cubs and making checks on their clipboards. Talk about pressure. Seriously. Brother and Sister were nervous at first. Sister missed an easy ground ball, and Brother swung too hard at bat, missed the ball completely, and fell down on the seat of his pants. But as the tryouts continued, they both settled down and did a little better. Brother remembered to choke up on the bat. He hit a good single and went to second base when the field blabbed the ball. Bobbled the ball! I can't read, I'm so sorry. Sister fielded some grounder as well. And once, when she was batting, the catcher dropped the third strike and she ran to first base. Even though she had struck out, there was a big fuss, but an official was watching and she said she was right. The official said she was right. Well, how did you do? Asked Mama when she and Papa had come to pick up the Cubs after tryouts. Hard to say, answered Brother. We certainly weren't the best. But we weren't the worst either, said Sister. Anyways, it's only a game, and the worst that can happen is that we make the team, and that we won't make this team. Yeah, sighed Brother. We can always try again next year if we want to. Shut up. Of course I'm good at reading. I'm in 4th grade. When will you know? Asked Papa as they headed home. They're going to post the results on the bulletin board tomorrow, said Brother. Well, said Papa the next day, don't you think we ought to drive over and check up? I guess so, said Brother. May as well, said Sister. When they reached the field, Brother and Sister ran to the bulletin board. Talk about pressure, said Papa, moping his brow as he and Mama waited in the cart. Indeed, said Mama, fanning herself. At last, Mama and Papa heard a shout as Brother and Sister burst out of the crowd around the bulletin board. We made it, they shouted, jumping for joy. There are 4 teams in the league, shouted Sister. The Cardinals, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Cappers. We both made the Cardinals. Terrific, said Papa. Congratulations, said Mama. Grandpa. It's Grandpa.
Here.
Why is Grandpa calling?
Those are not Grandma.
Oh my goodness, one sec guys, I'll be right back. I'm back, I only have 10 seconds to read this last page. On the day of the first game, the Cubs looked elegant in their uniforms, and Mama and Papa sat up front of the grandstand. But there was up to bat against the Blue Jays.